this is just a red stain. It's sad. It's sad. I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna let it be that. And we're gonna get into the last topic. Thank you guys for coming in with the comments and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. Like, this is insane. Like, I'm about to take a shot. God, you guys know I really wasn't even planning on drinking today like that. But I got inspired. Guys. Because, even though I'm going to be less effective if I hit this shot, you know what I'm not doing? I'm not kissing children. You know what I'm saying? Insane. A crazy story, guys. 2023 has actually been a wild year. And not for the better. Not for the better. What good has really come out of 2023? I'll wait. Water shot water. Now let's see. Apparently, guys, apparently the U.S. data that had to do with the Ukrainian war and everything got leaked. I don't know how it got leaked. Hopefully they'll let us know in this article how it got leaked and everything like that. But I haven't read the article yet. I hear it has to do with a lot of battle plans for Ukraine. Possibly how many troops are in certain areas, things like that could be very bad. And it had to do with the Pentagon, as you'll see that I'm about to pull up right here. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you guys to make you guys comfortable. I like my subs to be comfortable. You make yourself at home, make yourself at home. But let's see what's going on with this. The government's been quite loose lately. They've been looser than an OnlyFans model. With the whole situation with the Chinese balloons, there was also a situation where recently we basically one of our ships went right by a Chinese artificial island and everything like that, and they got kind of mad at us about that. But we just, as a country, we have not been looking well lately. And also, if you live outside of the United States, let me know what the general perception is. It looks like I picked the wrong week. You did pick the wrong week to pick drinking. I'm just kidding. Nah. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Take that week off. Take that week off. It'll make you a better person. It'll definitely make you a better person. But yeah, like I was saying, the U.S. in general it's just not been a good look, especially in foreign policy. So if you live outside the United States, I want to know, what do you guys think about us? Because we have big heads over here in the United States. We feel like we're the best country and everything like that while complaining about it. But not moving somewhere else. It's kind of an ugly dynamic. And so if you are from another country, I would like to know what your country's perception is of Americans. And I'm an American. You can tell me I'm ugly if you know what I'm saying. I got this nice chocolatey skin, you know what I'm saying. I look kind of good. But you can tell me, you know what I'm saying. You can tell me if my country is ugly. That is fine. Or tell us if you like us, if you feel like this is the place to be. Now it says the U.S. scrambles to trace source of highly classified intel leak. Now it says that's the Pentagon, obviously. Classified documents that appeared online with details ranging from Ukraine's air defenses, that's insane, to Israel's Mossad spy agency. Wow, we're getting deep. Have U.S. officials scrambling to identify the leaked source, with some experts saying it could be an American. I would feel like if something like that got leaked, this would have to be from within the Pentagon. No average American is just about to get this information unless there's some type of super genius and can somehow hack the largest security, that's in the United States. You guys know what I'm saying? Also, they said a few videos back. They said every time I say, you know what I'm saying, take a shot. So if I said it, take a shot. Now let's see what it says. Officials say the breadth of topics addressed in the documents, which touch on the war in Ukraine, China, the Middle East, and Africa, suggest they might have been leaked by an American rather than an ally. Wow. The focus now is on this being a U.S. leak, as many of the documents were only in U.S. hands. We're so embarrassing sometimes. Oh my gosh, U.S., we got to do better. Mike Mulroy, a former senior Pentagon official, told Reuters in an interview. U.S. officials said the investigation is in its early stages, and those running it have not ruled out the possibility that pro-Russian elements were behind the leak, which is seen as one of the most serious security breaches since more than, 700,000 documents, guys. 700,000 documents. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to do something. There we go. Videos and diplomatic cables appeared on the WikiLeaks website in 2013. So since then, this is the worst one. Now, the Russian embassy in Washington. Oh, I didn't know we had a Russian embassy in Washington. That's interesting. Especially since you guys know we're kind of beefing. You know, we're kind of beefing. Do we have a Chinese embassy? That would be interesting. Like, they would hate us up in there. It would be interesting because it's like you hate the U.S., but you're literally in the middle of Washington, D.C. Like, what do they do, too? It's like, you know, if you're in there, you hate the U.S., but then you leave and then you go over to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a Washington, like, pub and have a beer with a bunch of Americans or something like that. It must be weird. Like, I wonder if you just look around and you're like, you know what I'm saying? These filthy Americans. Now, the Russian embassy in Washington and the Kremlin did not respond to requests for comment. Of course they didn't respond to requests for comment. Like, if they hadn't, if they didn't do anything wrong and or they didn't be caught, why would they just expose themselves? Like why even talk about it? Why even address it? Just keep the U.S. looking embarrassed, I'm assuming. Man, we got to do better, guys. We've been kind of weak. We've been kind of weak this year, and the U.S. dollar is weakening. Everything about the U.S. is low-key getting a little, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the point where our economy and the U.S. dollar is going down, that's all we had. That's what we had. That was our power. That was our bread and butter. That's why everybody respected us. Now we're losing that. We ain't getting no respect no more. We got leaks. We got people leaking. It's stuff that only the U.S. had access to, so it most likely came from the U.S. unless there was really some type of breach going on, you know? So it's just a bad look, just like the Chinese balloon. Like, it's getting out of hand. Now, it says, following disclosure of the leak, Reuters has reviewed more than 50 documents labeled secret and top secret. Why did they need to say that? Okay. I guess, you know, secret. Top secret. That first appeared last month on social media websites, beginning with Discord and 4chan. Oh, man, stay off of 4chan. 4chan, I hear it be nasty over there. While some of the documents were posted weeks ago, their existence was first reported on Friday by the New York Times. Reuters has not independently verified the authenticity of the documents. They're probably real. I think at the point where so many news sites have hit it, it's probably real, or at least it's causing enough of an issue for me to believe that it's, or some of it's probably true, some of it might be false, but the point that some of it's true, that makes it a leak. Now, Reuters has not independently verified the authenticity of the documents. How would you verify classified documents? I would assume only the people who have the classified documents would be able to tell you if they're real or not because they're classified and nobody would have them. You guys get what I'm saying? Let me know if there's any way to know that a document is authentic without going to the person who made it. You know, it's not like a signature where like somebody can like pull in that little eyeglass that they have and like, oh yeah, this is definitely LeBron James's signature. You know? Now, some giving battlefield casualty estimates from Ukraine appear to have altered to minimize Russian losses. It's also not clear why at least one is marked unclassified but includes top secret information. Some documents are marked NOFORN, meaning they cannot be released to foreign nationals. That's big. That's big to suggest that this was literally a United States attack. Now it says 2 U.S. officials told Reuters on Sunday that they have not ruled out the documents may have been doctored to mislead investigators as to their origin or to disseminate false information that may harm U.S. Security interests. The White House referred to questions to the Pentagon In a statement Sunday, the Pentagon said it was reviewing the validity of the photograph documents that appear to contain sensitive and highly classified material. They referred to the Department of Justice, who opened an investigation. Of course they did. They better. You know what I'm saying? One of the documents, dated February 23rd and marked secret, outlines in detail how Ukraine's S-300 air defense systems would be depleted by May 2nd at the current usage rate. See, that's dangerous, y'all. That's dangerous. If it's stuff like this getting out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're for Ukraine and everything like that. If you're watching my video, you're probably not for Russia, but maybe you are for Russia. You can see how this could be very bad. You know, such closely guarded information could be of use to Russian forces, and Ukraine said its president and top security officials met on Friday to discuss ways to prevent these leaks. Another document marked top secret and from a CIA intel update from March 1st said the Mossad intelligence agency was encouraging protests against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin. You guys know I like to try it. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You only live once. Netanyahu. Netanyahu, I don't like to play with people's names, you know, it's a form of respect, so I apologize for that. Controls on the Supreme Court. The document said that the U.S. learned this through signals intelligence suggesting the U.S. had been spying on one of its most important allies in the Middle East. You know, this could start causing problems. You know, it could be a bad look. Now they like, oh, well, you're supposed to be our ally. You're watching us. The same way the U.S. will probably feel if, you know, one of our allies was spying on us, you know. In a statement on Sunday, the office described the assertion as mendacious and without any foundation whatsoever. Another document gave details of internal discussions among senior South Korean officials, about U.S. pressure on Seoul to help supply weapons to Ukraine and its policy of not doing so. This is insane. This is actually kind of crazy. There's a lot of leaks. You're like, yo, there's a lot of leaks. I thought music leaks were bad. Nah, they ain't got nothing on this. This is juicy. Like, I'm eating it. You know what I'm saying? Channels like this, business news channels, we hear a leak, we're like, come on, like, what's going on? The office of South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol said on Monday that fact checks on the documents are a priority and that it would request the U.S. to take appropriate steps after confirming details. This is kind of looking like the U.S. is looking real ugly, and now everybody's like, hey, you done kind of exposed us. Like, now you need to investigate into this. Like, that's what it sounds like the South Koreans are on. So this is not some little, you know, this is not a little issue at all. It seems like a lot of people are getting exposed. Not only the U.S., but our allies are getting exposed. Which at that point, you're going to start looking at the U.S. in a more negative light. Like, that's like your friend leaking text messages of you talking to another girl to your girlfriend. You going to be like, bro, are you really my friend or nah? I don't condone cheating or anything like that. It's just an analogy, okay? It's just an analogy. Stay faithful. Divorce rate in the United States is down. Let's get it back up. Let's continue. Now, some lawmakers of the South Korea's main opposition Democratic Party expressed strong regret over the spying allegations, calling them a clear violation of national sovereignty and a major security failure of the Yoon administration. We strongly demand a thorough investigation and urge that similar incidents do not occur. God, we're looking bad. They're talking down. It's like at this point they're talking down to us. But if these leaks are real, then can you blame them? At that point, you know, Ukraine's like, bro, like you done gave away all our locations. You done gave away how long we'll be able to stay in this war. That's a reason to get mad. That's a reason to get mad. Now, the Pentagon addressed nothing. Of course they didn't. Two U.S. officials speaking on the condition of anonymity said that while there was a concern about the leak at the Pentagon and intelligence agencies, the documents showed a snapshot in time from more than a month ago rather than more recent assessments. The two officials said the military and intelligence agencies were looking at the processes for how widely some of the intelligence is shared internally. Now, they're looking at basically the motivations that U.S. officials would have for leaking the sensitive information, which I don't know why we would want to look that bad. Unless, what if one piece of information was so important that they needed to leak it, but they couldn't leak it without leaking other stuff to kind of cover it up? You know what I'm saying? To make it look like a leak. I don't want to say that. I want to still be here. I don't want the U.S. government like coming for me like, oh. You know what I mean? Like, but think about it though. If I wanted to leak something and I knew that it would come back on me, you know, and everything like that, then I would possibly leak a lot of stuff and then say, oh my God, we got breached. I don't know how that got leaked. I don't know how that got out there. Like, I don't know, you know? I don't want to talk like this. But you guys feel me though? Like, would that not make some sense? I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just conspiracy theorizing right now. Now it says the official said investigators were looking at 5 or 4 theories from a disgruntled employee to an insider threat that was actively wanted to undermine U.S. national security threats. So it'll be interesting to see like what new news comes out with that. So guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. Do you guys think this is a really ugly look for the U.S.? Do you guys think this was just a security breach? Somehow, like somebody working within the Pentagon, somehow the most secure place in the U.S., one of the most secure places in the planet, by the way. Or do you guys think that this was possibly, you know, an internal leak? Like maybe we wanted to leak something out. Or do you guys think it was a foreign country like Russia or China that possibly leaked this, not only to make us bad, but also just, you know, to kind of push certain agendas and everything like that. Also want to say thank you to everyone who pulled up. We had some real good conversations. Thank you to the guys who popped in and had something to say. I want to get the chat popping. You know what I'm saying? I really want to get these conversations going and have the chat popping and have us really going crazy in here. So it was really fun and good to see, you know, people speaking their minds and everything like that, and letting me learn things too. Hopefully they learned some things from me too. The Dalai Lama is very ugly for that kiss that he did with that kid. I just wanted to say that before I hopped off. It has nothing to do with the with the leak topic about the, you know, information leak and everything like that. But shout out to everybody who entered the stream. Hope you guys are all having a great day, and like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel keep growing and everything like that. I appreciate you. Be blessed, and don't be like the Dalai Lama. At least not today. I'm sure he did some good stuff but at least not today. Don't be touching people like that.